Hey, what's going on, YouTube? This is Law Talk with Tone, giving you an update to this story that I just recently heard that happened in Detroit, my hometown. This is a very tragic story, actually. And when hearing it and watching it on the news, I couldn't even believe it. But it's a story about a man who unalived his own sister and nephew in Hazel Park. Um, from what I've heard so far or seen in the news so far, is that he pretty much broke into the home of his sister and nephew in Hazel Park and slit their throats. As far as the why, we don't have that information as of yet. However, this guy has been caught and is in custody as of right now. And he is facing charges for two murders, the murder of his sister and nephew. When I first heard it, I didn't even know that there was any relationship between the two as far as blood, but I just recently found this out today as far as the connection between the two, because I was kind of curious on what had happened because I didn't get into the full detail about it, but now I'm about to. This hit close to home because I'm an uncle as well, but I just find this story to be baffling. Like it's mind blowing that you could slit your sister's throat and your nephew. Like I don't understand this. And finding out more about this guy, LaDamian Hill, 43-year-old from Detroit. He's a father of 7. It appears he may have some mental illness issues based on what I've heard during the arraignment. Him being caught or found naked on the porch or something like that, or in the bedroom or something to that extent. I'm gonna get more details as I play the actual arraignment hearing for you guys, but I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of background of what had happened. And let me pull up the video so I can get this information for you. I'm also going to see if I can look more further into his background as far as, what happened years ago, or see what, prior criminal history he does have, because I'm pretty sure he does. So give me 1 second, guys. All right, here we go. Guys, look at his demeanor and focus on his body language as well. Look at his eyes. He just looks like a demonic ass person. Sick, no care or thought in the world. Just look at him, blank expression and all. It's the nonchalant attitude that he's given. It's fucking sick. Look evil as hell. Look at him. Look how he's staring. Like, this nigga is crazy.
All rise. 43rd District Court for the City of Hazel Park is now in session. The Honorable Brian Hartwell presiding.
Okay, thanks. You may be seated.
Calling People versus LaDamian Keith Hill, 258-0270.
Okay, thank you, detectives. We'll first perform the swear to. Which detective would give testimony today?
I will, sir.
All right, would you stand and raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm testimony you give will be the truth, and that you reviewed the contents of the warrant and complaint to the best of your...
So before I move forward, I just want to pause and let you know that this actually happened in Hazel Park, which is like a small little township outside of Detroit. It's actually located in Oakland County. This guy, the suspect, actually is from Detroit. I believe from Redford, which is on the west side of Detroit. But let me just go ahead and resume it for you guys.
Your knowledge, the information is complete.
Yes, sir.
Tell me your name.
Detective Lorenzo Fragnoli.
All right, what would you like to tell me?
Thank you, sir. On September 1st of 2025, Hazel Park officers were dispatched to 23084 Berdino, which is in the city of Hazel Park, county of Oakland, at approximately 4:15 p.m. Officers were met by the caller, Edward Hill. Officers located a female in the living room of that location, face down, covered in blood. Blood was also splattered on the south wall of the living room. Officers discovered the female, Linda Hill, to have a deep laceration to her neck. Officers subsequently located a young male, Cardi Jackson, in the rear of the home, also with a deep laceration to his neck. At this time, detectives were called in. A search warrant was authorized and executed on the Berdino home. Oakland County Crime Scene Unit arrived on scene and collected biological evidence from that same location. Family began showing up at that time at the residence, and I spoke with Wakita Hall, who stated that she was on the phone with Linda at 2:22 p.m., and the call lasted approximately 46 minutes. Wakita advised that they were having a conversation, and the phone went silent. Wakita advised she heard nothing of concern at that time. A ring camera also was located across the street from that same location, which showed a red sedan possibly leaving 23084 Bernardino. A camera search of nearby businesses showed a red, older model Lincoln MKZ northbound.
So I'm going to pause it right here. So what they're pretty much saying is that during the incident, what happened, they have ring video footage, and not only that, but they also have an eyewitness. It seems that the decedent was on the phone prior to the incident happening, so that she can't be called to be attested as a witness as well, because she pretty much, though she did not probably hear the incident, she was the last person to speak with her sister before the incident happened. So right now they have an eyewitness, and currently they have video footage from Ring Video.
On Bernardino at 3:09 p.m. That same camera shows the same car southbound at 3:17 p.m. The search warrant was authorized on Linda's phone, which revealed that Linda was on the phone with Wakita and then took a call from someone named Andre, later determined to be DeAndre Davis. Once the forensic team was done processing the location, I entered the home and searched the residence with Detective Porter. Linda and Cardi had severe and critical lacerations spanning the whole length of their neck. Once the search was completed, detectives returned to the station, and at approximately 1:44 a.m., I spoke with Dwight Hill, who stated that he was the nephew, stated that his nephew, LaDamian Hill, showed up to the house naked and laid in Linda's bed and asked for forgiveness. Prior to this, the family had been trying to reach LaDamian with negative results.
See, this is what I was talking about. He was found laying in bed naked and shit. So that sounds to me like mental illness. We're automatically right there. And you can clearly see from this guy's expression and everything that says about him that he has some type of mental illness going on.
Results. Dwight advised that LaDamian showed up to the house in a red sedan and left the location approximately 20 minutes prior to my notification of these events. The owner of the sedan at this time was unknown. Detectives continued to check area cameras to narrow down the direction of travel for that red Lincoln, which was tracked to westbound 8 Mile and West End. The Lincoln was then picked up on flock cameras and provided a plate for that vehicle. The vehicle registered to a female out of Pontiac. Additional members of the department proceeded to the area of the Pontiac residence and conducted surveillance on the house and the suspect vehicle in front of the location. Officers observed LaDamian Hill on the front porch of the residence at that time. Detective Jackson and I spoke with DeAndre Davis, who was unaware of Linda's passing. DeAndre stated they went on a date the day prior and texting the day of the murder. DeAndre advised he called Linda, which was confirmed from her call log, at approximately 2:51 p.m. and lasted until 3:17 p.m. DeAndre advised that Linda stated her brother was at the location and she had to go. The call was then ended. That time frame correlates with the times from area businesses that the red sedan was located in the area. Due to the fact that the call was ended and the area businesses caught the sedan southbound on Bernardino seconds later, this indicates that the killing of Linda and Cardi happened almost immediately upon LaDamian entering the home and DeAndre ending the phone call with Linda. At this time, I offered a search warrant for the residence in Pontiac. Oakland County SWAT was notified and executed the search warrant and took LaDamian into custody without incident. On LaDamian's person was a blood-covered sweatshirt at the time of the arrest, and during the search of the residence, black jeans were recovered that had apparent blood on them as well. Home security footage was retrieved from the Pontiac house, which shows LaDamian entering the home at 6:30.
Okay, so pretty much the suspect knows someone out in Pontiac, I believe an ex-girlfriend or a current girlfriend or something like that. But more evidence that they do have, it would be blood, DNA, pretty much, her DNA on his clothes. Also, I believe he used the girlfriend's or ex-girlfriend or whatever she is car to get to that location and to flee from that location as well. But let me just go ahead and resume it for you guys.
6:37 p.m. on the day of the murder, wearing the sweatshirt and pants that were recovered. Additional evidence was collected from the Pontiac home and subsequently processed. A search of the red Lincoln in front of the Pontiac residence also revealed the presence of blood contained inside. The vehicle was processed as well by the Oakland County Crime Scene Unit, and the owner of the Pontiac residence and the red Lincoln advised that LaDamian was the only person using the vehicle for approximately the last 10 days. The resident stated that to detectives that LaDamian showed up to the Pontiac residence naked and stated that he lost his phone and didn't want to talk about why he came home naked. This occurred after he had already showed up to the Bernardino home naked. LaDamian was transported to the station where he was processed. LaDamian subsequently refused to cooperate with detectives and provide any insight to a motive for the killing. The weapon used in this crime has not yet been recovered. And this case was then subsequently presented to the Oakland County Prosecutor's Office to authorize the 2-count warrant that sits before you. Count 1 being for homicide, murder, first degree, premeditated for the killing of Linda Faye Hill. Count 2 being for homicide, murder, first degree, premeditated for the killing of Cardi Crone Jackson.
Anything else you'd like to add?
We'll have a subsequent bond request.
The court's been presented with a proper complaint based on the factual allegations contained in the actual complaint and the sworn testimony moments ago. The court finds probable cause to believe that the accused committed the alleged offenses.
So I'll stop it right here. So right now he's facing 2 counts of first degree premeditated murder, meaning that this was properly planned and executed. And what the judge is saying right now is that there is probable cause for this case to go to trial. This is the arraignment as of right now. The next step in the phase will be the probable cause. After that, that would be the preliminary. At some point, we'll get to the trial. But I just wanted to give you guys that information. I'm going to go ahead and push play for you.
I've issued the warrant and I've signed the complaint. Okay, let's shift to the arraignment.
The judge even looked disgusted at this. This is his lawyer.
Recalling 25H0270FY, State of Michigan versus Ladanian Keith. Appearance?
Yeah, Dana Wilson appearing on behalf of the defendant, Your Honor. Defendant stands mute, asks that a not guilty plea be entered. He would request that the charges be read to him, Your Honor, and he would request a court-appointed attorney, Your Honor.
So he's pleading not guilty. I don't know why.
This is your arraignment. You've been charged with 2 counts in the complaint. Count 1 is premeditated homicide, murder, first degree. This is a count that could be punished with life in prison without parole, with DNA to be taken. Count 2 is the same. Premeditated homicide, murder, first degree. This felony could be punished with life in prison without parole and DNA to be taken. The court will enter not guilty pleas on your behalf for both of these counts. You have the right, constitutional right to a trial by jury. You have a constitutional right to be represented by an attorney at all stages of this case. I will give you a free attorney through all the stages in the district court. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or write can be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present anytime you're questioned on this case. And you have the right for the court to consider any type of bail. Is there any input from the detectives on bail?
Detective Jack.
I'm gonna just say that the judge seems highly disgusted at this dude. The way he's reading the charges, the way his facial expression is given in court, he don't even look like he just look like he ready to say you're guilty already. That's just how I see it. But yeah, the judge looks very bothered by this. But I'm gonna go ahead and resume it.
Jackson Hazel Park Police Department. Ladanian is a 43-year-old male. He has a lengthy criminal history spanning from 2004 to the current charges. 2004, he received his first conviction for controlled substance. 2006, assault and battery. 2009, domestic violence. 2007, assault with intent to murder, pled down to assault with intent to do great bodily harm less than murder, along with felony firearm. 2009, he continued with controlled substance. 2010, domestic violence, second offense. 2012, felony firearm, second offense. 2012, possession of a controlled substance. 2009, disorderly person. And 2019, OWI, which is in active warrant status. An MDOC report also showed that Ladanian served his maximum time on his last prison sentence without parole, without improvement. Ladanian has 2 outstanding arrest warrants in lien, failing to appear on court orders. Upon Ladanian's arrest and search warrant of the home he was in.
I'm gonna stop it right here because what I'm hearing is that he's a career criminal. He's had his career his career pass goes back to 2004, so that's over 20 years ago. Most of it is due to substance abuse, drugs, and some of it was due to domestic violence and assault. I also heard an intent to murder, which was reduced, and I'm trying to understand why, but he also had a drinking problem as well as he had an OWI charge. So he was operating under the influence. And from what I heard, he has a MDLC record, so I'm going to pull up that information as well too. But I kind of want to know, why is this career criminal walking the streets as it is? And yeah, let me just go ahead and finish playing it. This is sick right here. I can't even.
Relocated journal notes in his room that appeared to be a list of items he was trying to gather in order to flee, including a passport, guns, vehicle that he wanted to get, and clothes he wanted to bring. Ladanium stated he was a roofer.
So he was planning to flee as well, from what they're saying. Let me just take it back a little bit. Yeah, they say he tried to flee after he committed the crime. Pretty much, they found his passport, him trying to leave.
His last prison sentence without parole and without improvement. Ladanium has 2 outstanding arrest warrants in lien, failing to appear on court orders. Upon Ladanium's arrest and search warrant of the home he was in, relocated journal notes in his room that appeared to be a list of items he was trying to gather in order to flee, including a passport, guns, vehicle that he wanted to get, and clothes he wanted to bring.
Wow.
Ladanium stated he was a roofer as employment, self-employed. He also did side jobs. However, at this time, Your Honor, we ask that bond be denied due to the severity of the offense. That Ladanium is a threat to the public if released. He also is a flight risk based on the notes that we found that he was attempting to flee, and based on a lengthy criminal history and lack of improvement from a past serious criminal conviction.
Hell yeah, he a flight risk.
That is all.
With outstanding warrants.
Yes, thank you, Paige Carper, for the record. I did speak with the defendant when he was in the lockup in the Hayes Park Police Department. I did speak to his child's mother as well to verify information. He is 43, single. He has 7 children. He does live with his child's mother at the Redford address. It was confirmed he's been there for the last 6 to 7 years with their minor child. He's been working in roofing since 2016. He declined to answer substance use questions. However, it was stated to me that he may use alcohol, marijuana, and occasional pills.
So a father of 7 living with his baby mama, and all of a sudden he just snaps and kill his own sister and nephew. I kind of want to know what the hell happened. There's more to it than this. This is crazy.
Did not report any mental health concerns to me, nor did his reference. At the time of arrest, he did have active bench warrants. He does have a lengthy criminal history. He does have prior convictions of violence and weapons offenses. The deceased victims in this matter are Linda Hill of Hazel Park, 41, who is his sister, and her minor 12-year-old son, who is the defendant's nephew. I did not find any prior contacts with them in Clemens. He did not live with the victims of this matter. Based on the serious nature of the offense and the allegations that surround this matter, and the defendant's past violent convictions, there are no conditions or combination of conditions that will assure his appearance in court or mitigate the danger to the community at large. Per MCR 6.106, the court may deny bond solely on the offense of murder. Therefore, pretrial services is respectfully asking that bond be denied in this matter today. Thank you.
Thank you. Counsel, do you have any input on the issue of bond?
Just briefly, Your Honor, the defendant, he is working, he's a roofer by trade, makes 600 to 700. He's not on probation, he's not on parole. He's at stable residence.
He's not on parole, fool, but he has 2 outstanding warrants, so that's even worse than parole, dumbass. But I kind of question the fact that this man is self-employed, working on people's roofs and homes and shit. That just gives him more access, so I don't think they should even allow him to be out. For real, for real.
So he does have, it's at stable residence. I realize it's a very serious crime, though. The only thing I would ask for is just a reasonable cash bond.
Any other input on bond?
No, sir.
Anything else, counsel, on bond?
Nothing for you.
When a court is setting bond, it's trying to answer several questions. One, If you're released, are you a danger to the community? And 2, what's the likelihood of you returning to court? Based on what I heard from the detectives, I am worried about that you may be a flight risk. The court can look at other things, your history, convictions, your history of showing up or failing to appear in court. I could consider the seriousness of the charges. These are as serious as it gets. I'm a little bit concerned about your failing to appear in court in previous cases. But the easier answer for me is MCR 6.106, which denies your release entirely because you've been charged with murder. So my decision to deny release and deny any type of money bail is based on that court rule.
Hell yeah.
So you have no opportunity to be released. Your release is denied. Obvious conditions.
So no buying, guys.
No criminal activity. Don't break the law. No violent or threatening behavior. Appear in court. Sheriff will transport you to court hearings. We have to schedule several hearings now because it's a felony. You have a right to have a probable cause conference and a preliminary examination. And if you're in the district court that long, because I denied your bond, you have a right to have another bond hearing within 90 days.
Your Honor,
Yes, sir.
I don't know, did you read all the charges to the defendant?
I read counts 1 and 2. Are there any other counts?
No, sir.
Okay, just want to make sure you got all the charges.
Thanks for asking.
Wow, this fool look crazy as hell.
Okay. Are the parties requesting a probable cause conference to be in person or virtually on Zoom?
I'd have to be in person, you know.
The in-person probable cause conference will be held here in 43rd District Court, September 16 at 10:45 a.m. September 16 at 10:45 a.m. It will be held with me. The exam will be scheduled a week later. That'll be September 23rd at 12:55 p.m. Again, in this court. And then we'll talk about the new bond hearing within the next 90 days. We can start that conversation at the BCC. Is there anything else to discuss today?
No, sir.
Anything else, Council? Okay, Mr. Hill, we'll see you soon. All right. Bye.
All right, so that concludes the arraignment, guys. Basically, he was denied bond, thank God. He also has a probable cause hearing September 16th, and then following the next week, he has his preliminary hearing. But I want to pull up his information if I can, because I want to know what's going on. And I'm going to share that with you guys. All right, so this is the defendant, LaDamian Hill, 43rd District Court. That was where the hearing was, the arraignment was taking place. And this is his current charges. You can see the date, September 1st. That's when the incident happened. Murder in the first degree, murder in the first degree. He was arraigned today, or yesterday, actually, because it's 6th, not it's Saturday. Bond denied, so he's not getting out. He is scheduled for a probable cause conference September 16th at 10:45. This is the judge, Brian Hartwell, and then he also has his preliminary hearing on September 23rd. I don't think he's ever getting out though. So, but let me see. This right here just shows the events that took place in court. This is how they document it in their registry. His rules and rights. Cannot violate any crime of the government of any sort. He's represented by appointed counsel. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I want to see if I can pull up his MDLC record. So give me 1 second too. And for that, I have to go to Otis. So give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, so let me get this pulled up for you. I kind of want to know your guys' thoughts and opinions on this because this is crazy. It's a senseless killing to me, and I'm looking like, what? I didn't even know that the relationship was blood. I'm just thinking it's some random guy breaking into a home, slashing somebody's throat, but it turned out to be more than that. So, hold on. I don't think I spelled his name right. Or did I? Yeah, I got his name right. I don't think it's gonna pull up anything though. Hold on. I guess not. I'm gonna work on finding out that information for you guys. I'm not gonna leave you guys hanging with that, but I just wanted to share that information with you guys. Don't forget to hit the like button, share, subscribe if you're not, and thank you. Have a good one. Be safe.